I worked with an absolutely fantastic member of staff. Now, a little bit in the way that these things used to happen in the civil service. I don't think they do now, but I became a line manager by default. I was told one day, well, you manage these people. Okay, whatever that means, right? And then about 6 months later, I went on sort of an in-house course that was developed by civil service. But in the interim, one of my members of staff, she was losing her sight. And it was, I think, incredibly difficult to do. So imagine you're born with your sight, and because of a degenerative condition, you are gradually losing it to the point where you'll become blind and you'll really have to live with that big life change. And in terms of challenges, I really did my best to support them and to understand, aside from what can we do in terms of adjustments, but what do you want? What sort of life do you want? And how do you want to be engaged at work, right? What can we do so that you can add the value that you have? And this was at a time where I'd say the legislation around disability equality was still fairly new, right? So there was still a long way for us to go as a society to enable people who had a disability to properly engage and to give their value back to society, which for all of us who are able-bodied, it's just made a lot easier. And so that for me has been the start, though, of a lifelong friendship. She is fearless. So, for example, we have been on a cycling holiday on a tandem. Now, she'd never ridden a tandem before. So I was at the front. We went careering down extremely difficult hills, which it was better not to tell her about because it was a lot harder to walk with the bike rather than cycle on it. And we've been ice skating together. So we'd have to hide her stick as we walked up because otherwise they wouldn't allow her on. And then I would be her guide. And I've accompanied her to the most amazing sort of experiences and been her visual guide. So that for me is one of the most humbling experiences and rewarding experiences I've had.